Recording.
Y'all see this big pumpkin back here?
It ain't that big, but whatever. I can drink.
It's plenty. She's fine. Quiet. It's weird.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm here with Tasha.
Hi.
Tasha has been around for a long time. I don't think I've ever mentioned Tasha, but Tasha is like one of the first people who believed in my photography dreams, and I have just been her official photographer from the terrible to the halfway amazing. I still got some work, but she's been there, y'all, and she has supported my career the whole entire time. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So, Tasha.
Hey.
Tasha also sells cars, so.
Yeah, I sell cars. If you have a job, I can put you in the car. No problem. Don't care about your credit. Come see me.
If you live in the Atlanta area and you are walking,
You don't have to.
you don't have to.
You can walk to 621 Thornton Road, Lithia Springs, Georgia, 30122. And I'll put you in the car.
Tasha will put you in a car. You just need to have a job. A real job, not no fake.
And a license.
And a license.
I can't do anything with an ID.
License, not suspended, job, real paycheck stubs. Okay?
That's it.
All right. So today, I have this notebook. I don't know if y'all can see it. I'm cheating a little bit. Because last time, we got drunk and tried to film this. And I didn't turn the mic on. And we filmed like 40 minutes worth of shit.
It was good shit.
And the mic wasn't on.
But
It's okay. We are talking about the top 10, not really the top 10, but 10 scary movies that are based on true stories. So that is what we're doing today. Disclaimer, we are doing quick Google searches. We are not fact checking any of this. We're just finding the first seemingly legit source and reading it. The fact checking is your job.
thanks. See you in the comment.
We're gonna start off with Scream. So Scream, if anybody has ever seen the movie Scream, which I think most millennials have seen, we grew up with Scream. It's basically a movie about this girl named Sydney Prescott. Her mom was like a hoe and was sleeping with kids. Dad isn't breaking up happy home. So her classmates, like two of them, like came together and like started like murdering all the people like around her, like trying to get to her. Weird as shit. Good ass movie though. This horrific crimes actually transpired in Florida. And I will say, I think on this list, there's a couple things that happened in Florida. So Florida, I don't know, y'all like home of the serial killers or something? I don't know. Crimes that happened in August of 1990. A guy named Danny Rowland would be christened the Gainesville Reaper after he used a knife to kill 5 students in Florida. It doesn't say why he killed the 5 students. I don't know. He just, he killed them. And it says that he was sentenced to death and died in like 2000 and it doesn't say the year. In the 2000s, like 2004, 2006 or something like that is when he was actually executed. But yeah, that is what that movie is based off of. Yeah, so that was number 1, Scream. So we're going to go to number 2. Tasha, what is number 2?
Number 2 is Chucky, based on a real life doll named Robert. Robert is also from Florida. He lived in Key West, Florida. He was owned by a young boy named Gene. Their family was pretty well off. His dog was like his only friend. He was an only child and he named the dog Gene. He and Gene, they lived a wonderful life. They were best friends until they weren't. Like they were really best friends. Gene really loved his dog Gene, and then they heard like screaming and stuff being thrown around in his room, so they went upstairs to check on him. And when they went upstairs to check on him, the boy Gene was in the bed staring at the doll Gene, like terrified. So, that happened a couple times, and then stuff started to happen where the parents was like, "Okay, Gene, stop fucking playing. I know it's you." And Gene was like, "No. It wasn't me. I wasn't even home." And come to find out, the dog was doing stuff. What's the people?
The maids.
The maids, yeah. They were saying that they would go into the room, like straight in the bed, and the doll Jean would throw something across the floor or something would drop and there was nobody else in the room but them and the doll Jean. So the parents made them put the doll in the attic. He put the doll in the attic and he would have to go up there to visit the attic to kind of lessen Jean's influence downstairs. So then Jean did not like that, so he decided that the boy Jean now had to go by his first name or his middle name, which was Robert, because he wanted to be the only Jean, and he had to sit at the head of the table because he was the man of the house. And they went with it. They would place Jean in one spot, he'd move to another, and they just put it back in the attic. So that was the compromise. They put him in the attic. But even the neighbors were like,
something going on.
Yeah, that doll is staring at me. That doll just watched me walk from my house to the mailbox. That doll's following me. That doll keeps messing with me. And they were calling the police, making reports, and all behind little wooden Jean. And then any family that moved in after that family died off because they left the doll. They now nobody ever.
Oh my
said,
God! They was like, this is his house.
Yeah, nobody ever said, "Hey, let's pass this doll on to somebody. Let's give it goodwill." Nothing like that. The doll made it through the whole family, and once they were gone, the doll was still in the attic. So it's sad to say that there's some sort of poltergeisty spirit inside of Jean,
A demon.
and now he's at this huge museum.
He in a museum.
Yeah, he's in this huge ass museum specifically for demonic things, and they say that if you take his picture without asking permission, then bad shit just kind of follows you after that. So in order to be allowed to take his picture, you have to see him, say, "Hey Jean, can I take your picture?" If he turns his head, then you're allowed to take his picture. If he doesn't turn his head, then you should keep moving.
So you mean to tell me that it's people going to a museum asking a fucking dog, can they take a picture,
And the dog's inside a glass case while they
when he turned his head, y'all like, all right, cool, bitch, I'm running. So we're gonna go into number 3. Number 3 is Poltergeist. If you have ever seen Poltergeist, it is about a family in California who moves to this house that is built on top, like a whole neighborhood built on top of an Indian burial ground, but they are unaware of this. They have a daughter named Carol Ann who keeps talking to the fuzz on the TV. You know, when your TV, like back in the day before there was like cable and fire sticks and stuff. Like,
yeah, rabbit ears.
Yes, when we had the rabbit ears. We're not that old. But after a certain time, like the TV would just be like, just fuzz. So she was talking to the fuzz, and then like she ended up like going into the fucking TV, and so this lady had to come and like, come to the light, Carol Ann.
Me, Carol Ann would have been there.
Listen, and then the toys start coming alive and choking the brother. It was a crazy ass movie. One of my favorites though. Yeah, but it was a crazy ass movie. But it was based on a real family. There's a man named James Herman from Seaford, Long Island, New York, received a phone call at work from his wife, Lucille. She informed him that their teenage children, Jimmy and Lucy, had heard a series of popping noises coming from various spots in the house. When they investigated, they found uncapped bottles of several substances completely open in different rooms. Let's just say that. Including a vial of holy water, which was spilled all over the bedroom dresser. Of course, the husband is skeptical. He like, man, they fucking with you. Like, I'm not gonna get off work for this shit. Like, y'all play too fucking much. So, you know, the next day it happened again. This time, Mr. Herman watched in horror as the bottles moved around his bathroom. As if being dragged by an unseen hand. He called unseen hand. He calls the police. Of course, the police is just like, y'all crazy. Then the bottles start doing it again with the police there. So they're like, okay, like whatever's happening to them, they can't explain the logic. So on February 17th, a priest came and blessed the house. However, after they had a paranormal team come in. After they came in, like the stuff kind of stopped happening or whatever. This home is also, the same subject of Amityville Horror. So Poltergeist and Amityville Horror are technically based on the same story. So,
didn't know that.
Absolutely not.
Let me over.
Absolutely not. So we're gonna go into number 4. What is number 4, Tasha?
It is Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay.
All you 90s babies, I'm sure you remember this movie. We were obsessed with Mr. Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
You know, the movie is based on Freddy Krueger, who comes in your sleep, performs your wildest nightmares, and pretty much kills you in your sleep. If you die in your sleep, you die in real life.
Yeah, he did. Yep.
Yep. So we was scared to sleep for a while.
Yep.
But we moved on. We grew. Thank you, therapy. It was rough. That movie was so real. Yeah, good old Freddy Krueger was somebody's imagination explaining why people were having night terrors, essentially. Like, there was no real man that just killed sleeping victims, which would have made more sense. But people were just waking up terrified, like covered in sweat, really terrified with these vivid dreams, but not able to remember what it was that was either causing the dreams or terrifying them. Wes Craven was like, yeah, that's gotta be old Freddy. And this is what Freddy looks like.
He put a face to the real life story of these people randomly dying in their sleep.
That's what happened. That's how we got Nightmare on Elm Street. It's funny, but it's not funny because that kind of really sucks. That people was having heart attacks essentially in their sleep.
Listen, that fucking sucks ass. And then for it to be like happening to so many people in one town, like that's weird as hell. Like that is really fucking weird. Like what y'all putting in the air? Freaking
or the water,
chemtrails or some shit. Like
tap water is dangerous. Cause I said that.
Yeah, don't drink tap water. I don't drink. That's nasty.
Only you can open that bottle.
Yeah, absolutely not.
If y'all know smoke, y'all know what I'm talking about.
All right, so now we are at number 5. Number 5, we have Silence of the Lambs. If you've ever seen it, Hannibal Lecter eats people like human beings. Like,
or snack.
Yeah, picks out victims and he eats them with fava beans or whatever. He's like,
what's a fava?
I don't fucking know, but I just couldn't imagine like eating a person and being like, you know what?
I need beans.
Beans would go good as hell with this nigga. Like
this ass right here?
Yeah.
This ass needs beans.
Yes. That arm needs some beans.
The shoulder? Missing something.
Yeah, I don't know what
beans.
Yeah, I don't know what a fava bean is. Maybe I just put it across the screen like, dumbass, this is what it is. Because that's the only time I've ever heard that. Maybe after that movie, they just stopped selling them. Maybe they just rebranded them and they're just like, bitch, we ain't selling these shit because people like, yeah.
They go too great with human flesh, so we gotta.
Basically, the movie is based off of a novel by Thomas Harris. Although the narrative of the story itself is fictional, the horrors inside are inspired by true events and real serial killers. So basically, the writer of the book based his characters off of real life people, such as Hannibal Lecter, who is based on Dr. Salazar.
Oh shit, I just stuck myself in the eye. You probably don't have to edit it.
I'm not. Absolutely. I'm gonna zoom in on this shit. Dr. Salazar is a convicted doctor in a Mexican state prison who killed like a bunch of people. And then the other character, Buffalo Bill, is based off of Ed Gaines, and other people like Ted Bundy and Gary Heidnik, who are infamous serial killers who would like defile the bodies and eat them and things of that nature. So while the actual movie is not real, the killers that are in the movie are based off of real serial killers. So, all right, so my camera cut out. So we are at number 6. The Hills Have Eyes. Hills Have Eyes. So basically, Tasha's gonna start over. The backstory is people in the mountains camping. Deformed people in a cult. And then what?
Okay, so this was a Scottish clan who murdered and cannibalized numerous people during the Middle Ages. So they were in Scotland. They were a small little group of people who just committed incest, hid in the hills, and only ate human flesh.
I don't know. That sounds right for Scotland.
I never would have thought that.
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, What is it? Is it the kilt? Because I thought the kilt was kind of noble.
I don't think it's the kilt thing. I don't know. I just think Scotland. I think of like extremely, people from the Caucasus Mountains. And
they look like what you'll think when you think that.
Yes, it's not a lot of flavor in these stories. I'm gonna tell you that.
Yeah, it ain't.
It's a lot of unseasoned chicken. So I don't know why it just sounded right. I'm sorry if I offended anybody in Scotland. I love you guys.
Hey, these people look like the Conehead people.
Like the movie Conehead?
Yeah. But But yeah, so they pretty much just kind of grabbed anybody they could find, or if they happened to be wandering the village at the time and it looked tasty, I don't know. Then they decided you were dinner. They kind of hunted you and ate you.
What would make me, you know what, Tasha, you look good as hell. Like, I'm just gonna bite the fuck out of your arm.
I don't even know what to say to that. Like, what do you do when somebody comes at you ready to eat? Like, the fuck? What am I supposed to do?
Are they coming with tools, or are they just straight up like, because they so ugly looking? Do they like have deformed claws and they just?
Well, it doesn't say, but I imagine they probably would have tools, because I can't see them coming up on a full-grown man and that full-grown man going, "Oh no, you're gonna eat me," and allowing himself to be eaten. I don't see that being that shocking. I'm sure somebody had to fight that.
They was busting them over the head with something.
They probably had like a hook or a club, a good boulder or something.
Not only are they deformed, they're cavemen and just busting people over the head.
I mean, they were living in caves. They were hiding in caves and holes in the ground and stuff.
Like
the hills have eyes. Like y'all were in the hills watching people try to look less tasty. There's that. Try to look less tasty, or don't go to Scotland.
Don't go to Scotland because you're gonna get ate. So we are at number 7. Number 7 is Psycho. So they've remade Psycho quite a few times, but my favorite version is the 1960s version, because this girl stole some money from her job or some shit and was trying to escape. And she had the money in the front seat and she just driving in a little black and white movie. And then she goes to this hotel and then a dude was like, oh, his name was Norman Bates.
Oh,
in the movie.
I remember.
Bates Motel is based off of this story as well. If y'all ever watch that show.
How y'all know Norman.
Yes, Norman Bates. It's yes, you can come stay at my hotel. And he's like, my mother. He just keeps talking about his mother.
He loves his damn mother.
Yeah, he loves his fucking mother. And so, girls taking a shower, and it's that infamous storyline, and he kills her in the shower. Or we think that the mom kills her because, we see, a shadow of a person. We don't see the person. So, it's they got gray hair, they got this, they got that, blah, 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 blah. Basically, he dressed up in his dead mama clothes. The mama was still dead in the house. She was a skeleton in a chair.
In the house?
Yeah. He dressed up in her clothes and was acting like himself and her. And so he killed her as his mother. So that's how the movie goes. But it was actually based off of the story of Ed Gein. Is that how you say it? Gein. Infamous serial killer. He was an amateur grave robber prone to making unique home decor, including lampshades composed of human skin.
I think I heard this.
Yeah, from a person. Yeah, from last week when we tried to record this. And
yeah, we gave y'all some dope information. This is some good stuff. This is such a good story.
It's a wonderful story. I love it. So yes. So that was number 7. So now we're going into number 8.
The Strangers. Stranger danger. It was real.
Strangers was a movie that came out in 2007 or something.
2008.
2008. Ooh, I was close. Ooh.
Very close. Scarily close.
Okay, so backstory, because we just kind of picked the movies as we went. Real story is this couple, they're hanging out. These random ass people just come in and just kill them for no fucking reason. They don't have any reason at all. They just kill them. Yeah. With masks on. So what's the truth?
Creepy masks.
Yeah.
Sewn together burlap sacks.
Yes.
Okay, so it was written by Brian Bertino. It was written and directed by him. He says it was from one of his childhood memories, which seems really morbid.
The fuck?
Somebody came to the door while his parents were out, and they asked for somebody who didn't live there, and Brian believes that they were casing the entire neighborhood. Don't know the intentions of the casing or the stakeout that these strangers were doing, but this is what Brian thinks they were doing. So they gotta make sure you're weak enough for them to be able to overpower you before they just off and kill you. That's why most serial killers go after the women.
How you gonna be a choosy ass serial killer? That choosy when you casing houses, bitches. If you got the urge,
Kill who you can kill.
yeah, just do it. You got the urge if you really about it.
Be a thug. Don't be a thug. Matter of fact, be very scared.
Yeah.
Be terrified. Don't kill people.
I'm not saying go out, don't go out there and kill people, but that just sounds weird for serial killers to be casing houses first.
You trying to encourage them? You got this. You don't. You suck. Okay. If you have thoughts of killing people or you get hungry for some human flesh, sir, ma'am, you have a problem.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
But you know, I just don't like that. Don't be casing our houses like.
I mean, but she's right though. If you're gonna be something, be it.
Be like.
Don't
be
be
coming
a
to my house
dragon.
asking me questions. That's good. How you know?
Period. Because now I remember you.
Right.
So if you don't kill me and you left a little pendant attached and I made it,
I'm gonna let you know right now. You ain't killing me, ho. Your ass is going to jail.
I don't die.
I don't die. I multiply. Number 9 is The Zodiac Killer. That movie, that was like a 90s movie, maybe an 80s movie. I don't have the movie facts up here. I haven't seen it since I was little, and that was like my first and last time seeing it. But I know that Morgan Freeman's in that movie, I think you're right too. Okay. Morgan Freeman is in that movie. And he is a detective, and he is he's a detective, and then there's a reporter in the movie. And so basically the reporter is trying to figure out who the Zodiac Killer is. He's going around killing people and like sending the police little notes like, ha, bitch, you ain't gonna figure it out, like type shit. Like sending them like cryptic messages with no straight answers, just cryptic messages. At the end of the movie, the reporter finds out who he is, and he like kills the reporter or something like that. So in real life, the Zodiac Killer was directly linked to at least 5 murders in Northern California in 1968 and 1969. He's possibly responsible for more. He taunted the police, sending letters to the newspapers. From 1969 to 1974 before abruptly ceasing communication.
Hold on. So he stopped communicating with the police.
Yeah, with the newspapers. Yeah, he stopped.
Okay, so did they find him?
Let's see. It says, despite intensive investigations, no one was ever arrested for these crimes, and the case remains open.
And y'all just cool with it? Like y'all just gonna keep living?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they had the FBI on this and everything.
Well, hopefully he is tied, fried, and laid to the side, 6 feet under in somebody's cemetery. Cause
yeah, they've remade the Zodiac Killer actually quite a few times. Actually, I don't know where the fuck that I got Morgan Freeman from. I just feel like in cases like that where they just cannot catch the person, that person is, I don't know, well known or something, maybe a part of the police.
So they're just kind of covering it up.
Something, I don't know. It's just giving me weird vibes. Anyway, so we are ending with number 10. What is number 10, Tasha?
Candyman.
What?
Candyman. I'm not saying it again.
Like so the movie that they just remade.
Where you have to say his name 3 times.
It's 5 times. They changed it to 5 in the new movie. It's 5 times now. Yeah.
Y'all always changing shit. Like first it was the Nuck If You Buck beat. And now Candyman, like
Candyman is 5
how y'all gonna tell him when he needs to show up?
Yeah, it's 5 times that long.
Okay, so
I never saw the original movie all the way through. I'm just gonna let y'all know that right now. So
same.
Once that girl was
I'm not ashamed about it.
They was at that rest stop or something, and he got dang hooking people with them bees. No thanks.
So yeah,
y'all gotta watch the movie.
And I'm not gonna watch the new one.
Nah, y'all gonna have to watch the movie to figure out the story. I just know that when he was getting ready to kill somebody, bees would appear and then they be dead.
It's a young people's movie. That's what I know. Because I'm 30, and what 30 can't do is make it through that movie.
No. Not the original, not the remake, not none of that.
So y'all enjoy that, because that's for y'all.
Okay.
That's for y'all.
So y'all, before y'all go watch it, no, it's based on a true story. Before y'all get in the mirror and start acting stupid. Go ahead.
Okay, well, the real guy, he wasn't that cool. So he wasn't just showing up out of nowhere. He wasn't coming through the mirror. But he was...
He didn't have no flavor.
Well, he did. He had candy. So he had a few flavors.
Okay.
He didn't season his chicken, though.
Okay.
So this man was named Dean Arnold Corll. Is one of America's top serial killers. He was targeting teenage boys. He's said to have murdered at least 28 teenage boys between 1970 and 1973. So that's 3 years to kill 28. What he was doing was, since his family had a candy factory, they also had like a candy store, in front of the factory to do something with the candy right in the factory. So they're selling candy, and business picked up. It was really great for them, and to keep up with business and to make sure they stayed in touch with the locals and the youth, they were hiring local students around the area, and they were only hiring young boys because old Dean, with his creepy ass, was the one in charge of employment management or employee management. He created a whole ass break room in the back of the warehouse specifically to cater to whatever the boys needed.
Girl, you scared me.
He had a pool table, little games, sodas, and other shit teenage boys like. He had it in there. And he would just make little advances. If a boy refused him, he would fire them. And then when they accused him of making an advance, he'd be like, no, he's just saying that because I fired him. And since it was such a small town, that's pretty much the extent of that investigation. Because what are you going to do? That's my mama and daddy running this shit. So that's what he did. And so he used his whole facade of being the candy man to make kids trust him. So he might get a good little 8-year-old to trust him real quick. Now he got an older brother who's 12 or 13, and then he make his move on that older brother because he didn't like him too young.
So is he like molesting on camera?
Yeah, like he's forcing them to have sex with him. And even if they don't enjoy it, he doesn't care. He makes them do it anyway. And that was the Candyman killer. Was also known as the Candyman and the Pied Piper.
Pied Piper. Oh, okay. I think now the Pied Piper part, that sounds familiar to me, so I think I've heard that. Isn't that weird that R. Kelly calls himself that? And he's from Chicago? Rule number 1. If your mom's a hoe, know that people are gonna come and try to murder you. Rule number 2, don't be buying no dolls from nobody. Rule number 3, stay away from TVs with fuzzy screens. Number 4, don't go to sleep with heart problems. I don't know, I don't think that's a good rule, but. Rule number 5, what was, that was your rule, you just said it.
Oh, don't look too tasty?
Don't look too tasty. And that's also rule number 6 too. Don't look tasty. Number 6, stay out the fucking woods and in the hills. Stay just camping, all that, rock climbing and all
stay
that
stuff.
Home. Yeah, just
throw a tent up in the living room.
Yeah, that's done.
Build a pillow for it.
That's done. Number 7, don't be going to raggedy ass hotels and there's only one person there servicing the whole damn hotel.
Stop being hot.
And the other rules, don't let people lure you with candy because all the other ones that can't really be helped with.
Oh, yeah. That's true, because we don't even know why old Zodiac was killing.
He's still out there. Probably got grandkids and every fucking thing, just chilling.
Can you imagine at the park?
Your children have played with the Zodiac Killer's grandchildren. Anyways, guys, thank you for tuning in. Tasha, thank you for being a part of my channel.
It was a blast.
Yes, had a good time. Both times. Had a blast both times. Comment which scary movie did you not think could have possibly been real off of this list. Or if there's a scary movie that you know of that we did not mention, because we can't name them all.
Or comment which one traumatized you.
Which movie growing up traumatized you?
We can talk about it.
Yeah.
She is here to talk about your traumas.
Traumas. Healing them together forever. So until next time, see you guys later. That's it.